I'm your host, Kevin Pereira, and this is the show where contestants, Skyping from their living rooms, can win $50,000. Pretty sweet. Our game is very, very simple. We pulled all kinds of people all across the country, from pastors in Pittsburgh to bouncers in Boise. We asked them questions about a wide variety of really, really fun subjects. Now, all you have to do is correctly predict what America is thinking, no matter how crazy or silly the questions will be. It pains me to say this, but at the end of each round, the contestant with the least amount of money will be eliminated. You guys got it? All right, Emily, Dan, Marcus, and Doreen, are you guys ready to play? Let's go. It's time to play Let's Ask America. All right, this first question is worth $100, and here are the two possible answers. We've got jump him or dump him. The question is, what did women in their 20s say they would do if the guy they were dating was taking too long to make a move? He's an elementary music teacher from Katy, Texas. Please welcome Marcus. Oh. Marcus, you're uking. I didn't know you were a euchre.
Oh, yeah. Been playing instruments for a while now.
Let's start with you, Marcus. What are you thinking? Jump him or dump him?
I think most girls these days would jump him.
She's a hairdresser and salon owner from Victorville, California. Say hello to Doreen.
Hi, everybody.
Doreen, you're nodding. Do you agree?
I absolutely agree with Marcus. I think in my day and age, we would have dumped him, but I think the gals now today would jump him.
Next up, he's a captain in the United States Marine Corps from San Diego, California. Say hello to Dan. You say hello to Dan. What do you think, sir?
Well, I had to think long and hard about this and not think about my experiences because I don't take that long to make a move. But one of the guys out there, I think they would get jumped.
She's a sign language interpreter from Victorville, Ohio. Say hello to Emily. Hey, Emily. Now, pardon my ignorance. Is that hello in sign language right there? Is that what we just saw?
This is hello.
Ah, okay. All right, I got it. Well, hello, Emily. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you? I'm ready to play this game and win some money.
Emily, what do you think?
The guy's dragging his feet, then you dump him. You move on.
All right, for $100 with 73% of the vote. Apparently, ladies got the pogo sticks. They would jump them. So Dan, Doreen, and Marcus bank a couple $100 each. Emily, don't worry, sweetheart. The next question is worth $200. Anyone could move into the lead right here. Here are the two possible answers. We've got Will Ferrell or Zach Galifianakis. And the question is, North Carolina voters said they would vote for which star of the campaign to be their congressman? Will Ferrell or Zach Galifianakis? All right, everybody has their answers down. Dan, we'll start with you, sir. You're tied for first place with $100. What do you think, Will Ferrell or Zach Galifianakis?
Well, I gotta go with my personal favorite, Will Ferrell. It just makes sense. Zach's a funny guy. Will's been around forever. Who doesn't love him on Saturday Night Live? The cheerleader. I'm going with Will.
Dan says Will Ferrell. Emily, what do you think?
I disagree. I think that in North Carolina they're a little bit more conservative. While Will Ferrell's pretty funny, I think that they would pick Zach.
Odd that Zach is getting a conservative vote, but I could see that. All right, Doreen, what do you think?
Well, I'm going to go with Emily on this one. I feel like Will Ferrell's a really funny guy, but to run it, I think it would be Zach.
All right, Doreen agrees with Emily. She thinks Zach Galifianakis. Dan says, no way. Marcus, you have a final say here. What do you think for $200?
I think they would go with Will Ferrell.
All right. Well, the answer for $200 with 60% of the vote, it's Will Ferrell. Congrats to Dan and Marcus. The boys take this one. They jump in the lead. They're tied for first with $300 each. Doreen in second place with $900. Emily, you need this one. This is the final question of the round. It's worth $300. And again, because it is the final question, the contestant with the least amount of money will be eliminated. All right, good luck, everybody. Here are the two possible answers. We've got 400-pound man or crying baby. The question is, who did frequent flyers say they'd rather sit next to on a 14-hour flight? Write your answers down. Emily has her answer down. Marcus has finished. Dan looks like he's done. Doreen?
Oh, my goodness.
You sound pained. We'll start with you, Doreen. What do you think? 400-pound man or crying baby?
I feel really, really good about no noise. I might be a little squished, but I feel good that I could get some sleep, so I picked the 400-pound man.
Take the 400-pound man. A little more compact, but a little peace and quiet. All right. Marcus, what do you think, sir? 400-pound man or crying baby?
Well, I have to go with Doreen over here. 400-pound man. Any day.
We'll take the 400-pound man. Dan, you're tied with Marcus in first place with $300. This one is for $300 on its own. What do you think?
I'd rather sit comfortable. I can't be squished. This is why iPods were invented. Crying baby.
Toss on the headphones. Just give him his room. He's got to spread out. All right, Emily, you're in last place. You need this to stay in the game. It's worth $300. What did you decide?
I agree with Marcus and Doreen. I'd rather be squished than be sitting next to a crying baby.
All right, so Emily agrees with 400-pound man for $300 with 64% of the vote. The answer is 400-pound man. So Dan doesn't bank anything. Emily hops on the board. Marcus in first place with 600. Doreen just behind with 400. Emily and Dan, you are tied right now with $300 each. And that means we got to break that time. There's only one way to do it here on Let's Ask America. It's with a physical challenge that we call the Dash for Cash. All right, here's how it works. The contestant who finishes last will be eliminated. All right, here's your challenge. I want you to string 3 paper clips together in front of us. If you don't have them, sprint to Staples. Ready, set, go! And there they go. Marcus and Doreen are sitting pretty. Who's going to win, audience? Emily or Dan? All right, Emily is back. She's got 1 paper clip. It looks like 2 paper clips. Dan's back. Hurry up, Dan. No, no. Oh, he's got it. 3 paper clips together. Oh, man. Dan, it was close. I'm sorry, sir. It was a pleasure to meet you, but you have been eliminated. That means Emily, Marcus, and Doreen are moving on. 1 down. 3 to go. Any one of these Skyping ninjas could win big when Let's Ask America returns. Down to play. Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Ask America. We are down to 3 contestants Skyping from home. They're all trying to win big money by predicting what America is thinking. And now, it's about to get even harder. These next questions have 3 possible answers. And this question is worth $400. The 3 possible answers are U.S. President, Charlie Sheen's publicist, or Kirstie Alley's dietitian. The question is, which job did Americans say would give them more headaches? All right, Emily, we'll go ahead and start with you. Big come from behind that last round. You're in last place. You have $300, but you're still in the game. What do you think?
I think Americans are looking at the crazy actions of Charlie Sheen in the last year. Charlie Sheen's publicist gave us headaches.
All right, Marcus, what do you think? You're in first place right now. You've got $600.
Kirstie Alley's dietitian may have the harder time.
All right, Doreen, what do you think? You're in second place with $400. What's the answer?
Well, I think that getting somebody to lose weight might be frustrating, but somebody's bad temper and attitude would be worse to deal with. So I go with Charlie Sheen.
And so the ladies agree on Charlie Sheen. Marcus says Kirstie Alley's dietitian. The correct answer with 52% of the vote for $400. It's U.S. President, guys. It's a tough time. All right, so no money there. Marcus still in first place. Doreen just behind. Emily squeaking by with $300. It's time to raise the stakes yet again. This next question is worth $500, and the 3 possible answers are public speaking, being pulled over, or humidity. The question is, which did men in Tampa say is more likely to make them sweat? It looks like everybody has their answers. Marcus, we'll start with you. What do you think?
I'm thinking that they would sweat more over the humidity.
Mother Nature getting in the way. All right, so Marcus says humidity. Doreen, what do you think?
Well, I'm not going to go with Marcus on this one. I think that if you're sweaty, that's okay, but if it costs you money, then that's a bummer. So I'm going to say being pulled over.
Being pulled over. It's a terrible reason to get a ticket. Just perspiring too much. All right, Emily, what do you think for $500?
I think men living in Florida are used to the humidity, aren't worried about it. Being pulled over would be bad and would cost you money, but I think everybody's biggest fear is for sure public speaking.
Clearly mine. All right, for $500, the correct answer with 64% of the vote. It's not being pulled over, and it's not public speaking, it's humidity. Marcus banks the $500, moves into first place with $1,100, which means it's time for the final question of this round. This will decide who moves on. It's worth $1,500. Things are getting real now, and the three possible answers are emails, phone calls, or web history. The question is, what did office workers say would be the worst thing to discover their company has started monitoring? All right, Marcus, we'll start with you. You're in first place. $1,100. Emails, phone calls, or web history?
The last thing that people want others to know is what they're looking at on the internet. Web history.
Just the titles of the sites that I visit can singe your eyeballs. That's true. All right, Marcus says web history. Doreen in second place with $400. What's your answer?
And I think people don't want them to see where they've been, so I'm going to say web history also.
Clear that stuff, guys. Wipe it out. Emily, sweetheart, you need this one. You're in last place right now. It's the final question of the round. It's for $1,500.
Well, I hope the other two are wrong, but if my work started monitoring my phone calls, I'd be pretty scared. I think people don't want their privacy interrupted. Phone calls.
I can tell you the answer is not emails.
Okay, good.
For the correct answer, with 45% of the vote. So I gotta hang up on you, Emily. The answer is web history for $1,500. Marcus makes $2,600. Doreen has $1,900. Emily. Oh, goodbye, Emily. I'm sorry, you've been eliminated. That means Marcus and Doreen are moving on. The house-to-house combat continues when Let's Ask America returns.
We put out the call for the perfect GMA lookalikes, and we're about to meet our matches. But hey, don't take it from me. Take it from our expert judges, including George's wife, Alan.
I want to have lunch with the George Stephanopoulos lookalike.
This week, Good Morning America seeing double on ABC.
I have to warn you.
Warn me about what?
The real world is closing in on Storybrooke's secret.
You trying to take the magic.
Their only hope is an unlikely hero. Once upon a time, only to...
We're here.
Hey everybody, we are back with Let's Ask America. We're down to the final two. Marcus and Doreen are Skyping from home, battling it out for big money. We are 2 questions away from finding out who will play in the final round. And our next question is worth $2,000. However, Let's Ask America, things have to get a little harder. You'll now have 4 possible answers to choose from. And they are Twinkies, Snickers, pickles, or butter.
Okay.
All terrible nicknames for a MySpace date. But the question is, which of these did people from the South say tastes better deep fried? All right, Marcus, you're in first place. You have $2,600. This is for $2,000. What do you think?
Deep South, which is where I came from, deep fried everything. Twinkies!
Marcus says Phil deep fried Twinkies. Doreen, what do you think?
Oh, I'm going to have to go against Marcus on this one. I think it's deep fried pickles.
Oh, the old pickles. A woman after Snooki's heart there. $2,000 on the line. Audience, what do you think? Wow, babe. I heard a lot of pickles. I did hear some Twinkies.
Pickles.
Well, it's not butter or Snickers. The correct answer, with 38% of the vote, it's a deep fried pickle. Doreen banks $2,000. She is now in first place with $3,900. It all comes down to this, though. This question is worth $5,000. And here are the 4 possible answers. We've got bite nails, floss teeth, pick ears, or crack knuckles? The question is, what did single women say is the worst thing a date can do at the dinner table? And this is what it comes down to. This decides who moves on for big money and banks $5,000. Doreen, we'll start with you. You're in first place. You have $3,900. What did you say?
The picking the ear with the wax underneath, I don't know, that just freaks me out. So I'm going to say pick your ear.
Oh. But it goes great with an olive tamponade. Doreen says pick ears is disgusting. Marcus, what are your thoughts?
I do not want to see anybody picking their ears at the table.
No wax as a side dish. Well, of course, it is all on the line here for $5,000 with 50% of the vote. And it's actually floss teeth. So nobody banks $5,000. Not a problem for Doreen, though. She's moving on. Marcus, I'm so sorry, sir. You can play yourself off of the uke. You played a great game, but you have been eliminated. Goodbye, Marcus. It was a pleasure to meet you. Congrats to Doreen. $3,900 without even leaving her home in a moment. She can risk any or all of her winnings on a final question for a shot at $19,500. Find out what she does when Let's Ask America returns.
Freedom.
Doreen, a hairdresser and salon owner from Victorville, California, has aced the competition. She now has $3,900 to her name. Congrats, Doreen. Amazing. Now, when you rolled out of bed this morning, Doreen, did you think you'd have almost $4,000 from your kitchen?
No, I did not, but I'm super excited that I do.
Well, Doreen, right now you have the chance to win a whole lot more because it's decision time. You can risk any portion of your $3,900 on this final question. But Doreen, if you go all in, you put it all on the line and you get it right, I'm going to give you 5 times that amount for $19,500. I tell you what, even if you get it wrong, I'm still going to give you $1,000 just for playing a great game. So Doreen, it's a huge decision. Could be a lot of money on the line either way. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking that when I got here, I didn't have $1,000, and I'm good with leaving with $1,000, but I'd love to leave with a lot more, so I'm all in.
She's going all in! I love it, Doreen. She's risking $3,900 for a chance to win $19,500. Amazing. Doreen, did you consult the posse behind you for this decision, or do you believe?
Yes, I did.
Do you believe they support you?
They were pushing me to go.
They seem very excited. By the way, if they were talking to you, we need to have a chat after the show. But here we go. I love the way you're playing, Doreen. I love the risk factor here. You put $3,900 on the line. This is now for $19,500, and here are the 4 possible answers. Good luck, Doreen. Here we go. The answers are bread maker, waffle iron, rice cooker, or juicer. The question is, which of these wedding gifts did newlyweds say they'd be most likely to return? And they could go the Kardashian route and return the husband, keep all of the gifts. It's not an option. We have bread maker, waffle iron, rice cooker, or juicer, Doreen. Oh, you have the answer down? Okay. Walk me through it. What were you thinking, Doreen?
Juicer, you could buy juice. It takes a lot of time. You have to have the fresh vegetables to juice, so I'm going to say they would take back the juicer.
All right, Doreen says juicer. Handful of unsure groans from the audience. They know there's a lot on the line here. You risked $3,900 for a shot at $19,500. I think that's the only play you could have made there, Doreen. Either way, if you're wrong, I'm going to give you $1,000, and I can tell you what, waffle iron is not the answer. We can just get rid of that right now. Rice cooker, pretty interesting choice. But now I guess they're gonna keep that one, because that's not the answer either. So it does come down to the top 2 answers, which happen to be bread maker and juicer. Those are the top 2 answers, and I can tell you that 2% of the vote is the difference between the right answer and the wrong answer.
Oh
it's incredibly
gosh.
close. The wedding gift that newlyweds said that they would be most likely to return with 27% of the vote, is a bread maker. Sorry, Doreen. It was close. Juicer had 25% of the vote, but hey, I think you played it right, Doreen. You still leave with $1,000 from the comfort of your house. You can get a whole new assortment of severed heads, Doreen. I wish you the best. You're a great player. It was such a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for going big. I know the audience had a great time with you. Congrats on the $1,000. Hey, it's time for us to log off, but we'll be back